It's wild to be back in DC again. Man, this is probably like my 15th trip to DC, advocating for maternal health. The night before I have a big day in Capitol Hill, I particularly love coming out and walking the monuments at night. It kind of helps to like center me and focus and just put all this in perspective, just what it really means to be the voice of someone who they're voiceless. Hey, big guy. Hey, man. Look at where I am. I'm at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Tomorrow's a huge day, so tomorrow I have the opportunity to testify in front of the House Oversight Committee in support of the Momnibus. The Black Maternal Health Momnibus is a monumental piece of legislation specifically addressing the dire state of maternal health for Black mothers in the United States. Man, it's never easy being away from my kids, man, but I'm so grateful to have the type of love and support from me and my boys. Like literally the only reason I'm able to do this and to apply this pressure and to do this work is because we got friends and family that love us, man. Back when I first started sharing Kira's story and advocating, my big focus is awareness, right? I just wanted people to understand and know that this was a crisis, that women were dying in childbirth in the United States at an alarming rate. As I started to raise awareness, I started thinking to myself, whoa, it's not enough to just freak people out and tell them the sky was falling. I had to ask myself a real question. Besides raising awareness, what was I doing? What was I gonna do to really change things and institute real substantive change? The significance of having this hearing Thursday before Mother's Day is big. I really expect that this hearing is going to further galvanize and be a more significant catalyst for this movement. Every time I have a big day, man, all these things are really important to me. These cufflinks Kira actually gave me on my first Father's Day, and they're V's for my son, Charles Johnson V. Of course, the yellow tie represents Kira because she was my sunshine. The color yellow just embodies who she was and her spirit.
Our nation is facing a maternal health crisis. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that Black women are more than 3 times as likely to die during or after childbirth. The CDC estimates that 60% of these deaths are preventable.
I was fortunate enough to meet a woman that absolutely changed my life. We walked into Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles for what we expected to be the happiest day of our lives and walked straight into a nightmare. And it was lack of compassion and lack of humanity that failed my wife and is failing Black mothers time and time again. It was not my wife's race that was a risk factor. She did everything right. It was racism that was the risk factor. Madam Chairwoman, let me share with you, on behalf of those families, what our expectation is, what my expectation is. My expectation is that this committee will come together in a bold, bipartisan fashion to stand in solidarity and send a loud, definitive message that mothers and babies and Black birthing people are important. If and when we fix this for Black women, we fix it for all mothers. It should be a fundamental human right to deliver a healthy child in this country and live to raise that child. When I started this journey and how I felt so alone, right? And the solitude and just feeling like nobody understood, nobody was listening. And to be here on Capitol Hill with 12 different bills and the support that we have, it's overwhelming, man. And like, I'm just extremely humbled and extremely grateful. For me, it's just an honor to be a part of this movement, to have the opportunity to voice, to share my experience on behalf of these families, man. And, to all the families that have been impacted by the maternal mortality crisis, as long as there's breath in my body, I'll never stop fighting for y'all.